Good.
Starting up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What's cracking, you sexy, unassuring, fucking don't know what you're doing with your life, just like me, people. I love you so much. Here's another episode of GeniusBrain podcast. We have the very sexy, the luscious 86-pound Korean man. The man who lives off of nacho cheese and cigarettes.
Hot Cheetos.
Actually, you don't smoke anymore.
I don't smoke. I quit. So
That's
you're
right.
wrong there. Everything else he's correct with.
You vape now, right?
I vape now.
You vape.
It's not exactly.
It's not a fucking cigarette smoke though.
It's
So
not.
Start.
It doesn't have all the chemicals in it.
Yeah.
You know. So I think something that people don't really know about is like with cigarettes, you got 499 chemicals in it, and then once you light it up and chemical combustion happens, it turns into like 1,000 chemicals, right?
Oh shit! I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
I just know smoking.
Yeah.
Bad.
So that's what you're putting into your body, whereas a vape has, I think, 4 ingredients: vegetable oil, food coloring, nicotine, and something else is probably dangerous. I don't know.
I'll be real with you. Sometimes, like when people vape and they smoke something, I walk into the smoke on purpose
because it smells so good.
Because that shit smells delicious.
Yeah.
And I'm like, they're like, I'm so sorry. I'm like, you're welcome.
Right.
Thank you so much for blowing that shit in my face.
And that's the thing with secondhand smoke. Even when I was smoking, I hated that shit. It smells so nasty.
After a while, it starts to smell sour, dude.
And I think you don't realize how bad you smell until you've quit for a period of time, right?
Yeah.
Like you're thinking, oh, if I just kind of hold it away from me, you're not really gonna smell, and then you don't smell it on yourself. But people are like, damn, you really smell like cigarettes. I'm like, no, I don't. What are you talking about? But I mean, who am I? I'm fucking immune to that shit now, right? The smell. So
that's the thing, man. Like, I never got into smoking specifically because I hated the way it smelled.
Yeah.
And that's all it took for me as a kid.
Yeah.
I will say that to my credit that growing up, never smoked weed, never smoked a cigarette, and that wasn't because I didn't understand how cool I would look with it, because I would have looked fucking cool, and I would have been fucking so badass.
Hey.
But the reason why I didn't was a very basic reason. I wasn't interested, and number 2, it smelled.
Well, that's why you were a youth pastor.
Exactly.
Guiding these kids in the right
to
direction.
be confident in your choices.
I needed someone like you in my life when I was that
100%.
age.
Also, fat people already stink. So on top of being a fat,
You
stinky
don't
guy,
need that extra shit.
I don't need an extra cigarette smoke to add to that.
Right. I mean, that's the thing, man. I got started when I was so young because,
You started smoking when you were 11, bro.
I know, man.
What kind of fucking crazy shit is that?
I know, man.
Your parents must be proud of you, you piece of shit.
Oh, they weren't too happy about that. But that's
As your dad smoking in front of you.
I know, exactly. But that's the thing, like in Korean culture, because like drinking and smoking is so big, I think that was not as bad.
Yeah.
But weed was a different story. When I got caught with my stash with that was like, because, to Korean parents, it's like, no matter what drug it is, it's the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
There's no categories. You know what I mean? It's not like weed is better than heroin, right? To them, it's in the same category.
It doesn't matter.
It's
mayak.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's all clumped into one like nebulous category of bad.
And the thing that I didn't really get was like, when my pops was like out in South Central, like it was around him all the time. You know, like everybody was smoking fucking joints around him. And I was like, is it really that bad? You know what the funny shit is though? I remember I had this conversation with my pops. I was like 15 and I was like, Pops, I promise you at one point, weed is going to become illegal. I don't know if it's going to happen soon or later, but in our lifetime, I promise you it will happen. He's like, that's never going to happen. You know why? Because it's mayak. It's terrible.
Of course, dude. Everything is definite in Korean people, dude.
Right.
This is a definite.
Yeah.
It has no benefits whatsoever.
And then, you know how, it's pretty much getting legalized now, right?
Yeah.
In a lot of places. And then so I had that conversation with him again. I was like, Pops, do you remember when I told you that it was going to be legal? What do you think about it now? Because now the government is pretty much saying, it can be used medicinally, right? And it can
I know
be
what your dad
used.
said. He goes, "Are we gonna open up a shop?" Fucking
No.
opportunist.
No, he was like, no, I still don't like it. It's mayak.
Oh my god. My dad, like, he feels that way about it too.
Yeah.
But he's on the thing of like, my dad doesn't give a fuck anymore, man.
Yeah.
He's old. He's like,
Right.
man, my dad said it like this. I don't want to deal with anything that's not going to make me happy anymore.
Yeah.
I'm old.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. He's like, I'm not thinking about that stuff anymore. I'm going to live my life as happy as possible. Like,
Right.
I'm just going to give you advice, whether you take it or not.
Right.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
And I just told him, don't even give me advice. Stop doing that shit. Stop.
It's like, you gave me enough. Right?
Yo, you know what my dad called me about today too?
What?
Fucking funny. Like, I'm chilling.
Yeah.
And I'm also learning to respond to my dad in not a snippy way because
Yeah.
he's trying to do things positively.
Uh-huh.
But he doesn't understand how obtrusive he could be sometimes.
Yeah.
Because of stuff that doesn't have anything to do with him.
Yeah.
For example, he calls me up. He goes, hey,
Yeah.
did you know the name of your channel changed to GeniusBrain?
It's like, yes, Dad, I'm the one who changed
Yes,
it.
Dad, I changed it 100%.
Yeah.
He goes, okay. Do you know the value of what David So Comedy is? You threw that away. And I told him, I was like, Dad, when you go to work and you sell your weaves,
Yeah.
your the wave grease, all that other stuff, and you're buying the stuff, do I ever call you up and go, hey, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Do you buy that stuff?
Yeah.
I don't know shit about your work. You don't know shit about mine. Leave it at that.
Right.
He goes, but you just threw away all that value.
Yeah.
My name still exists. I'm still alive, you fuck.
Wait, did you change your Instagram handle too? Or is there still David
No,
So Comedy?
I would have changed it to GeniusBrain.
Uh-huh.
But I didn't because you actually can't change your name after you're verified.
Oh,
and it's hard to get
okay.
verified on Instagram.
Okay.
So I left it at that. I
Yeah.
changed my Twitter to GeniusBrain, though.
Okay.
And I had
Wait, you're not verified on Twitter?
No, man.
What the fuck?
Yo.
Twitter? Come on, man. Is David So Comedy right here?
I heard
man?
they don't really verify anymore.
Oh, really?
Unless like a publicist gets it done because they know somebody at Twitter.
I see. Okay.
So if you guys would like to verify me, please do because I say a lot of offensive shit.
Yeah.
So
Well, going back to that, so the idea or the story behind GeniusBrain.
oh yeah, so GeniusBrain, if you guys want to know, which I don't even think I introduced, I just went straight right
Just
into it.
went into it.
Man, because I don't want to talk about. Okay, so GeniusBrain, basically what it is it's me. It's a sarcastic thing I used to say to people who thought they were really smart. Like, hey, I was like, good job, GeniusBrain. You know, and I would say that sarcastically because a lot of people were they were so hyped up about letting people know how smart they are.
Yeah.
Because they wanted to talk down to people. So I sarcastically would tell them,
Yeah.
call them a genius brain.
Yeah.
And so I think that's very reflective of who I am as a person. And because I may not, a lot of people on the exterior may not seem they have a lot to offer, but everybody has something to offer about
Right,
them.
right.
Everybody has a story to tell.
Right.
And it's not just like in this podcast too, you if you've already seen, I haven't asked my YouTube celebrity friends to really come on here because you could get their stories on their own platform.
Right.
Everybody has an opinion and a story to share.
Right.
Just because you became a celebrity after the fact, you were a person that was born, put on your pants one leg at a time, just like everybody else. And everybody has those stories too. They just don't have a platform to tell it.
Right.
So I just wanted this to be a podcast that's different from everybody else's, where we're just, I could bring anybody in. I could bring you in and we could have a conversation and chop it up. And it'll be just as entertaining as if you had Charlize Theron, except for the fact that I don't masturbate to you and I do that to her. It's a completely different thing. But that's how GeniusBrain started out.
Right.
And honestly, it just came in my head and I put it up. So throw away everything else I just said. That backstory is stupid.
Well, that and it helps that you're able to have a conversation because it would be some shit if you brought somebody.
For sure, man. Like some people are uncomfortable with telling certain parts of their story because they're afraid of the repercussions. I don't care.
No, dude, for me, man, I feel like I'm not shy about sharing, intimate details about my life because it's just the human experience, man. Like
people want to know.
Right. Like we're living the shared human experience.
Yeah.
And if it can help you somehow, or if you can take something away from it, then by all means take it. Right. I gladly offer it to you.
Bring the mic a little closer to you.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, this thing keeps like whoop.
It's because you ugly, bro. That's
Oh,
why.
man. I'm so sorry. All right, I'm out of here, guys.
It's like, the fuck? This guy's breath smells like garlic as fuck, and the mic just ran away from your face.
Yours does too, right? Because we ate ramen.
Yeah, but my mic ain't turning away. It's because I fucked yours up. I gotta re-screw that shit. My bad, dude. Yeah, but just I like the fact that people have something to say,
right?
And I want to give But to be honest with you, just because everybody has something to say doesn't mean that they're really great on this platform.
Right,
and that's what I'm finding out. There's going to be a lot of episodes I'm going to have to throw away.
Yeah.
And it's not because their story wasn't interesting.
Right.
It's because, like, when I go over it, even I'm dying when I'm listening to it. It's like, fuck, dude. It's just
This
me
shit is
chanting.
long, man.
Yeah, it's hard, man. I didn't realize that this is a certain skill that you have to have.
Yeah.
I feel like this guy talks to himself anyways.
Exactly.
Like a fucking maniac.
I mean, he's just giving me a platform for me to be able to do what I would do anyway by myself. So
yeah, you fucking psychopath.
that's what keeps me creative, guys. So secret is you got to be a little crazy.
100%, man.
Yeah.
Yo, I've realized I'm never gonna be a great actor because I don't do weird shit, dude. like I'm a weird person.
Yeah.
But I am like Kevin Spacey weird.
Right.
Fucking disgusting creep.
What did you think about that? His little YouTube clip of, did you see that?
He had a YouTube clip?
Dude, so he made, all right, so, after all this scandal and everything, the allegations, right?
Yeah.
He came out as Frank Underwood. So he's in his kitchen, dressed in civilian clothes. He has an apron on, and he's doing things in the kitchen, talking as Frank Underwood.
Who the fuck is Frank Underwood? You talking about fucking House of Cards?
Yeah, from House of Cards. He's playing his character, and he's talking to the audience in that character. And he's like almost indirectly talking about the allegations against him through the voice of Frank Underwood, saying like, did you jump to conclusions? And things like that. I was like, listen, Frank Underwood's a fucking badass character in House of Cards, right? That shit was fucking weird when I saw that. Yeah. I was like, okay, this just shows that yes, you are a great actor, but you're also fucking weird as
fucking maniac, dude. You fucking weirdo, dude. Yeah. And it's weird because I don't know if it's because I'm getting older now, but I'm starting. Listen, Kevin Spacey, I don't know. I wasn't there, but from you did some bad shit, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You fucking baby toucher. That's what I call pedophiles, by the way. Baby touchers.
I don't know if you touched a baby.
Oh, was it? What was it? Was a young person though.
Yeah, it was like I think a teenage boy.
Baby toucher. You baby fucking touching fuck. But I'll put it to you like this.
Yeah.
I start to gain empathy, and even though 100% to blame, and I'm disgusted with what that person did, I still, as a human being, want to know how he got to that point.
Right.
How did you get there to the point? And what his brother said, he was molested or something, right?
Oh, really? I didn't hear that.
I think his family member came out saying that he was molested, and he actually had an experience of him going through some sexual abuse as a child.
You know what the crazy shit is?
Yeah.
When the most recent, I think, criminal charges were brought up against him, he chose that day to come out as a homosexual.
Kevin Spacey?
Kevin Spacey did. So he was like trying to
I bet that LGBTQ was fucking pissed. They're like, no, man. We don't want you on our side, bro. We got issues ourselves.
Yeah, exactly. Why do you got to create more problems right now, man?
Get your fucking baby touching ass back in the closet, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, so it's just like, what is going through the mind of this person to think that, it's okay to be doing that? And I think it's fascinating, man, because no human being, us as human beings, were not meant to be celebrities or live the life of a celebrity, to have cameras constantly on you, to have people invading your privacy all the time, to want something from you all the time, right? Think about what that does to somebody's psyche, right? It has to fuck you. There's no way you don't get fucked up from that. And I think we see that a lot, especially with child actors, because they still are not fully, they haven't come into their own identity yet. They're still figuring themselves out.
I was so sad when Britney Spears fucking shaved her head, man. I'll tell you this.
You knew it was coming though, man.
Yeah, but I didn't. I knew there was something off when she married. Did she marry him?
Yeah, Kevin Federer, I think.
Kevin Federline.
No, Federer.
No, Federline.
Is it Federer?
Roger Federer is a tennis player.
Yeah, it's Roger Federer. Yeah,
jackass. But Roger Federer. No, what's his name? Kevin Federline.
You just got incepted right now.
Yeah, you incepted me.
Yeah.
That dude, man.
Yeah.
Like when I saw that, when she was like, "This guy's the man for me."
Yeah.
I'm like, oh. But even for her, she had like a dark past too, right? Whatever happened in that Mickey Mouse Club, a few people didn't come out too great about that.
Yeah. I mean, JT turned out fine. He came out of that. I think Ryan Gosling came out of that. Seemed like he kind of turned out fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. but you know, it's a numbers
Who
game,
was,
right?
was it? What's her name? Miley Cyrus. Was she
I
a part of the
think
Mickey Mouse? No, but she was Disney though.
Yeah, I think she was just that Disney thing.
A lot of these Disney kids, man.
Dude, they fucking breed stars, man.
Yeah, dude.
They breed stars. Like, if you're a child actor for Disney, chances are you're gonna be a fucking superstar.
Yo, I want somebody to like assess what's going on in Miley Cyrus's head, because she, for some reason, till this day, still thinks that she has an ass, and I cannot figure out why, dude.
I don't know, man.
That shit's so funny. There was like this tweet where she had her ass out, and it was, I think it was like an album cover or a single cover where it says M, and her ass is supposed to be OOD for mood. And somebody tweeted, why does that shit say mead, MIID? Because her ass, that shit was fucked up. That was hilarious. Yo, Twitter's fucking funny, man.
Yeah,
I mean, roasting the fuck out of people.
I try not to get involved in like Twitter conversations, especially when it's like
don't
politically charged or something like that. But sometimes, dude, I just can't help myself, man. Like, because I'm fucking reading the things that these people are saying, and they're trying to pass it off as facts, and like they're knowledgeable about this shit. But it's like, did you even fucking do any type of research? Did you do any type of due diligence to fucking know what you're talking about?
Oh, they didn't, because they're 12 years old.
For sure. And sometimes, man, I don't know, dude. I guess it's sometimes I just got to be in that mood where it just pisses me off in a special way where I got to fucking say something, but it's rare. But
now on Twitter, I just go there to laugh at things, because sometimes I don't want to get caught up in my feelings about that shit.
What's better though? YouTube comments or Twitter replies?
YouTube comments are way worse.
Yeah, right.
Because the audience is younger.
Yeah.
Because at least with Twitter, the only thing you have are words.
Right.
That's it. And you have to, and you have to realize too, the majority is never going to be the smartest group.
Right.
If it was true that a majority of people in this world are quote unquote genius brains.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Then we wouldn't have as much problems.
Yeah.
But stupid people pull together more than smart people do. Smart people kind of live off on their own, and dumb people are the majority of this world.
That's true.
It's what it is, man.
And you know what? The reason why we're getting stupider is because now these uneducated people are passing off basically falsehoods for truths, because they have the platform to.
And stupid people believe it.
Exactly. I mean, come on, flat Earth, man. Really?
It's hard, man. You talk to Eddie Bravo about that shit, dude. That motherfucker is all about conspiracy. I'm trying to figure out now if people are into conspiracy simply because it's fun, or because if they actually believe it or not. And it's getting to that point now where I'm not sure.
Right.
I'm not sure.
Right. I mean, they could just be really good trolls. You know what I mean?
True.
Yeah. They're just doing it knowing that, hey, I'm going to do, it could be like a social experiment.
Yeah.
I'm going to sound confident in what I say and come out with all these bullshit facts, but say it in a way where it seems believable. And I'm going to see how many people buy into this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think there are social experiments like that, right?
Yeah.
And then when I hear like anti-vaxxers, flat earthers,
I'll never understand the anti-vaccine thing. It's like, and first of all, get your unvaccinated child away from my children. I'm not going to put this one YouTuber on blast, but she's not a YouTuber. She's an Instagram person.
Oh,
I ain't going to put her on an influencer, right? Very beautiful young lady.
Yeah.
However, she chooses not to vaccinate her dogs.
Okay.
And she wants her dogs to play with other dogs. And it's the dumbest thing. And, her reasoning for it was because my dog's really small and I don't think they'll survive the shots. Okay, dumb bitch. First of all, your dog is not a new breed in existence.
Exactly.
Plenty of your dog's breed has gotten vaccinations.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about, dude?
Right.
Get your zombie dog away from me now, immediately.
That's the problem. These people seem to think they're unique.
Yeah.
You know, like they're the exceptions. It's like, no, man.
They're none.
Smallpox is not a problem anymore because we have vaccinations for it.
Yeah.
Right. It's so that people don't fucking get sick and pass it on to somebody else.
Yeah.
And you don't want to fucking get your kid vaccinated. You're just making that fucking kid's life miserable, you know?
I say it like this, man. Everybody go and do your thing. You don't want to vaccinate your children, go ahead. But keep your disease-ridden child away from mine.
Don't be mad if somebody... Yeah, exactly. Somebody says that shit.
Yeah.
Like, dude, if you're deciding to go against status quo, then you have to expect the backlash that comes with it, right?
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to sit here and argue with it.
Yeah.
Your child, your choice. Go ahead.
Yeah.
But get
also
little
being irresponsible to the child.
Yeah, get little Peter Polio away from my child. You know what I mean? Fuck that shit, dude. That's what I'm trying to deal with right now. But Twitter is not a space for you to really have an in-depth you might find a couple of gems here and there where people will actually comprehensively type out a point to you and you can go back and forth with them. Most likely that's not going to happen. I've tried that out. Now all I do is try to type something that'll make that person as angry as possible. That is what I do. I go, they'll write something like, well, you're wrong. And I'm like, that's funny. Your mom is fucking ugly. That's I'll just respond in the most petty way, dude. Like, I'm so terrible. There was the other day, there was a person, so on the GeniusBrain poster, right? Somebody wrote like, hey, yo, you should change that to blah, blah, because it's completely illegible. People can't read it. And I just wrote back, it's cursive. It's cursive. And I was laughing. I was like, I was cracking up because a few people were like, I can't read it. And like the font, you should choose a different font type. I was like, it's not a font type. It's cursive. It's cursive. I wasn't mad. I was just cracking up. I was like, oh, maybe like a lot of like younger people can't read cursive anymore. And somebody got mad. They're like, no, we can read cursive. It's just you. And he was like, the G looks like this. I can't read this. And I just wrote back, I'm sorry you can't read cursive. It's not a font type. That's why it's funny. You keep saying it's an artistic font type. It's cursive. It's the oldest form of writing in America of all time. And so to me, it was just funny. I wasn't mad about it. But that person got mad because they thought I was calling them stupid. Which they were right. But still, you know, like you're stupid, but it's funny. You know what I mean? It's not me mad at you because you can't read it. I'm saying it's funny that you thought that cursive was a new font type that an artist created. He didn't create this font. It's just cursive, dude. That's why I was laughing. And I thought it was hilarious that this person wrote this whole spiel and then he hashtag dominate humbly. My friend's company's hashtag onto me. And I kind of thought about it. I was like, dude, this guy's a fucking weirdo, dude. Why is it that your opinion about this font type should be so strong? I should change it for you specifically.
There's fucking false sense of entitlement, keyboard warriors, whatever you want to call it, man.
And all I wrote it to was like, it's just an art piece. It's not. It's not there. The point of the art piece isn't for it to be legible.
Don't just fucking look at this. Look at this. It's the whole thing here. You fucking idiot. And you know what? I always thought learning cursive was the most useless thing ever, but this proves otherwise. Because let's be real, man. When in our life has cursive become practical?
I still write in cursive.
Oh, really?
Yeah. My handwriting is a mix of cursive and regular.
You, sir, are a gentleman and a scholar.
So when I remember I was working at the Men's Warehouse and I would have to fill out this stuff for tuxedo shit. And as I would filling it out, lightweight, this girl, she fucking hurt my feelings a little bit because I went to the back to go check up on some shit. And then she was like, who the fuck wrote in cursive this old ass language? Yo, who the fuck reads this? And I was in the back, I teared up a little bit. I was like, this bitch gonna talk about my cursive.
She fucking roasted your ass,
uneducated bitch. She's like going in about my handwriting for like a solid 3 minutes. I'm just in the back, just getting blasted. Like, oh my God. She's like showing all her friends. Look at this. Like, what the fuck, man?
That's interesting though, man. I didn't know you still wrote in cursive.
Yeah, man. I'll show you some other handwriting. Like, it's like a mix between cursive and not.
That's crazy.
It has nothing to do with being stylistic. It's just easier for me not to lift up the pen.
Oh. Yeah, I just write chicken scratch, dude. Sometimes like,
I seen your handwriting. Dude. That shit look like hieroglyphs.
Yeah, I like look back on it like, what the fuck? Can you know what the thing is? Like, my mind is moving too fast for my hand, and then so like I try to keep up with it, and as a result, I try to write quick, but it's just fucking just.
Your shit looks like alien language, dude. It like legit. Like
if you were to decipher this shit,
if you were lost on an island, and you wrote "Save Me" on it, people would think that was an alien invasion and they wouldn't pick you up on the island. That's how illegible your bullshit is, dude.
SOS, like, oh yo, that looks like some fucking crazy shit.
It looks like some alien ass writing, dude. But let's get into the topic today.
That's
right. So I don't know too much about this, but this is such a fascinating thing that's been coming up. So Lifetime is doing a series that's currently on right now about the whole R.Kelly situation. So if you guys don't, most likely, for sure, 100%, you guys know about this shit. But R.Kelly is coming out, and we were talking about baby touchers as a baby toucher. Like, this dude has like this seedy past in history, and we've covered this before on JK News, but it's coming to light again because Lifetime is doing a 6-part series or something. But 3 episodes are out, and a lot of this shit is coming out.
Yeah.
For example, one of the biggest things that came out is that R. Kelly apparently had a relationship with Aaliyah, the purest, prettiest black girl in the history of rest in peace. Yeah. Aaliyah, I don't know how you did it, but you stuck a rubber band around your waist in that music video. Woo! I gotta tell you, man. Yeah. I gotta tell you something else, Aaliyah.
Yeah.
Hot.
Exactly.
Fuego. But when she was 14, apparently they had a legal marriage, and I'm not sure if she was forced to, but she was probably forced to marry R. Kelly.
Yeah.
And they lied on the documents. They got it forged to say she was 18.
Okay. Because I was about to say, what state allows that? You know, for a 14-year-old to wed a
Beijing. No. But
be like, because he was like what? 20-something at late 20s, early 30s at the youngest.
Yeah, some shit like that. She was mad young though, but she was 14, bro.
That's fucking like, come on, man. Like, okay, first of all, the fact that it's Aaliyah hurts my soul, you know, and the fact that somebody as talented as R. Kelly has to be such a fucking weird ass, man, like such a pervy. Weird motherfucker, you know.
There's a lot of people saying that did happen. I think Aaliyah's mom is denying it because she doesn't want her name to be tarnished.
Of course.
And at this point, her name isn't tarnished because she was a young girl that was coerced by a creepy baby toucher.
Right.
And that's the thing that's like, I think she should realize is the bigger picture. Your daughter's name is not being Aaliyah forever will be an angel to me.
Yeah.
R. Kelly's name is being dragged through the fucking mud, and rightfully so because. Sorry, guys, we had to cut because the battery ran out on the camera. So we're going to continue the conversation from this point. The battery ran out on the camera because, once again, this is a janky-ass production.
Yeah, way to be professional, Dave.
You shut the fuck up. Anyways, let's go back to the baby touching.
Yes, the baby toucher.
Yeah, but as I was saying, Aaliyah's mom is thinking that Aaliyah's name is going to be tarnished, but it's not the case. And I think there's a lot of good to be done about taking this dude down, and he shouldn't be able to profit off of his shit because he's using his power to just do some dirty ass shit, man.
Yeah, man.
You know who DJ Phantom is?
The name rings a bell, but
I guess like he was a part of his camp.
Okay.
And he's one of the people that has separated away from his original team.
Okay.
But most people that have left him still said nice things about him.
Yeah.
But DJ Phantom's like, yo, I didn't know about this shit about him, but now that I do, fuck this guy.
Yeah.
Which is dope.
Rightfully so, man. I mean, why the fuck would you, defend a guy who's done something like that?
And there's been a lot of stuff talking about his sex cult. Have you heard about that shit too?
No.
That was the stuff prior to this documentary that I did know about. Which is him being in a sex cult. Like, so he would like, a lot of girls are coming out saying that he has a sex cult where they, I think they're all underage or some shit, and he would coerce them to do shit. Yeah. There's been other stuff coming out within this documentary saying that they remember him fucking like underage girls in the booth.
Yeah. Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Wow.
So this dude is like a fucking genuine certified pedophile.
He's a pedophile. He's like, he's just a creep, dude.
Yeah.
I can't listen to the R. Kelly songs anymore like the way that I used to.
That's what I'm saying, man. It's like, dude, you have all this God-given talent, man, and people have loved your music, yet you can't. I mean, fuck, I don't know. Maybe he has a mental disorder or something. I'm not trying to justify what he did. I don't know why he does what he does, why he has these impulses or desires or fantasies, whatever it is. Yeah. But yeah, it can't be excused. It's fucking disgusting, and there's no place for that type of behavior and action. But
dude, I believe I Can Fly does not mean the same to me anymore, man.
No. This guy's completely talking about some other shit.
Yo, man, there's so many songs that he has infiltrated into my spirit that is not the same anymore. Right. I believe I can fly. Like that song, right? Yeah. Which, by the way, Space Jam.
Exactly.
You've ruined Space Jam for me, you fuck.
Yep. You fucking ruined the part of our childhood, R. Kelly, you stupid son of a bitch. But you did have some good songs.
It's the remix to Ignition. Hot and fresh out the kitchen. Mama rolling that body. Got every man in here wishing. Sipping on coke and rum. I'm like, so what? I'm drunk. It's the freaking weekend. Everybody about to have me some fun. You son of a bitch. I love that.
Fuck you, R. Kelly. Look at this, man. We were just fucking vibing, and then we realized reality set in. And we realized you're a fucking pedophile. So you were talking about young children in these songs,
Yeah, dude. I believe I can try. I believe I can touch them thighs.
Oh my goodness.
I think about it every night and day. Spread those legs and fly away. You son of a bitch. You fucking
terrible.
pervert, dude.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking disgusting, man.
Anybody that has cornrows in the style of R. Kelly, you need to shoot yourself in the fucking face.
Absolutely.
Son of a bitch.
Absolutely.
You know, it's funny because I think Z just recently put up an R. Kelly cover. I was like, poor timing, bro.
Yeah, very, very bad timing.
Poor timing.
Z, I suggest that you immediately take that shit down right now, unless you also want to be identified as a pedophile.
Exactly. And at a certain point, you also had R. Kelly cornrows, so...
No. That was the Predator, though.
That was the Predator.
Yeah, that was
right.
the Predator. You know, I wish I had that picture. It's like in probably one of my old phones or something.
Dude, man, there's a lot of things that are coming out about these. Yo, I'll talk about this. I adamantly defended Bill Cosby. This is right when the shit came out.
Ooh.
I defended the fuck out of him.
Really?
Only because
Yeah.
there wasn't enough facts out.
Yeah,
there was
yeah,
just
yeah.
like a couple of allegations.
Okay, were you defending him, or were you being like, let's wait till, before we make judgment, right? Let's make sure we know all the information here,
Yeah,
right?
see,
Because at this point, it's just allegations,
Yeah.
right?
That would have been the smart thing to do.
Okay, so you didn't go that route. You said, nah, this motherfucking guy.
Are you talking about Jello pudding
Yeah.
pop? There's no way Jello pudding pop is quaaluding people. Right. You know, the man who didn't curse in his stand-up and condemned other black comedians for cursing in their stand.
Right.
You're telling me right now he put his slimy ding-dong pudding pop on people? I don't think so. And I defended the fuck. I was like, impossible. These women, out of nowhere, out of so many years, I bet you they want money.
Yeah.
And I thought that because I defended not Bill Cosby, the person. I was defending Bill Cosby as in Heathcliff Huxtable, the TV show guy I fell in love with.
Right.
And I forgot to separate that persona from the actual human being. And I didn't know what I was doing.
Which is hard in a lot of cases when somebody becomes so iconic for a certain role.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
He was actually one of the biggest reasons I decided to go into comedy, man. Because to me, The Cosby Show is the best sitcom, hands down, for me. In the way, above Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, above everything else, The Cosby Show molded a huge part of my life.
Yeah.
The Cosby Show also even molded the type of woman that I wanted to be with.
Yeah. Now let me ask you this then, though. When something like that happens to somebody that iconic like Bill Cosby, right? Are his past work now deemed irrelevant and something that shouldn't be considered?
Because his character did a lot of good.
Right.
The person, you condemn him as much as you want.
Yeah.
But just because, and I think a lot of people are like, fuck the Cosby Show. Let's take it out because there's a lot of hurt, and the guy is putting money in his pocket.
Yeah.
Which, I get that part too.
Yeah.
But the Cosby Show was a show that showed a family of color that didn't have to be, yo, what's up? What's happening? You know what I mean? What's popping?
Right.
It was a doctor, a physician that lived on the East Coast with a wife who was working super hard and was becoming a partner in a law firm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they didn't lose their cultural shit that they had to them, that flavor. You know what I'm saying? But it showed a colored family in a different light.
Yeah.
And it showed real humor, dude. That first episode of The Cosby Show is fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
The very first episode is where his son, Theo, comes in, right? And it's like that classic thing where a kid is not doing well in school. He's fucking up. His room's dirty. And he looks at his dad and he goes, Dad, I know you want me to be really smart, da-da-da-da. However, how come you can't just love me for who I am? And in the classic, like, white American thing, you would hear the music come on, the parent with the fucking fuzzy shirt, the fuzzy sweater, and the collar, and the tie comes on and puts his hand on the son's shoulder and says, Son, I was wrong.
Yeah.
But Bill Cosby says, Theo, that is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. You lazy you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that was some real shit.
Right.
That was hilarious.
Right.
And that's what I loved about the show.
Yeah.
So it's like this too, and I want people, you guys could choose to do it or not. Who the fuck cares? Everybody's an individual. Like what Michael Jackson.
Yeah. It's tough, man, because like Michael is the Prince of Pop, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he made so many fucking classic hits. And you know what? I still do listen to Michael Jackson to this day. I still do enjoy his music. But it's a tricky thing, man, when you're trying to separate the criminal, right, from this creative genius, right?
I heard or I read, it was on Vox.
Yeah.
I think his ex-wife, who I guess like he like physically abused too or whatever, or sexually abused.
Yeah.
And she came out and said a lot of things about him too.
Yeah.
She started off as a young background dancer for him, and then they got married or whatever.
Yeah.
But I guess R.Kelly wrote, correct me if I'm wrong, "You Are Not Alone" for Michael Jackson.
Really?
Yeah, and he said that song was for her.
Wow.
Yeah. So that song's room for me too.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. That's some shit.
Look at that, dude.
That is fucking
Couple
terrible.
of baby touchers together, dude, writing a song.
But you know what? Like, I think it's pretty known that Michael Jackson was abused, as a kid.
Oh,
right?
man,
yeah,
dude.
Yeah. And again, this is not to excuse the behavior, but to just give some context. Like, clearly this guy had some mental issues, whether it's a mental illness or whatever the case. And that's a serious thing,
Yeah.
In America, there's a big taboo around, like, talking about mental issues, right?
Yeah.
Seeing a therapist. I mean, it's getting better. Definitely has gotten better over time, but that's real. I mean, I met a kid, man, who was schizophrenic, right? I didn't know. So this happened at my parents' place, right? My mom told me one of our neighbor's kids was acting out. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, he started to, like, get a little aggressive and, like, I was like, in what way?
Yeah.
Like, well, he'll say stuff and then, like, he'll, like, come over to our yard. And I was like, oh, hell no. Like, for me,
so you
family
beat up a schizophrenic kid.
No. I was about to, but
yeah.
No, like, when it comes to family, I mean, you don't cross that line.
You
with
draw
me.
that line.
Yeah. But I happened to be home. I visited my parents one day, and then I'm there, and then I hear, like, this pounding at the door, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck? Like, 'cause it's like a violent pound, like, I open the fucking door type pound, right? I open the door, and it's this kid. And I'm like, hey, man, what the fuck you pounding on my door like that for, right? And I'm like, hey, for the record, you've been scaring my mom, man. You need to cut that shit out. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with you, but you need to cut that shit out. Now, remember, I don't know that he's schizophrenic at this point. I just think he's just being weird. And then he asked me, you're the fucking hacker, right? I was so confused. I was like, hacker?
What do you mean?
He's like, you're the hacker who hacked into my computer and said you're going to fuck me in the ass. I said,
oh, shit.
I said, whoa, bro. Now you fucking are saying some fighting words, man.
Now you saying I'm a gay hacking rapist?
I was like, what the fuck are you talking about,
like,
man?
you homophobe? How dare you? And you beat the shit out of him.
No, but long story short, it went on that path, and then I was getting pretty fucking pissed, right? And I was about to hit this guy. But then his other brother came and stepped in, and he took him away. And then he put him in the house. And he came to me. Yeah, he's like, hey, I'm really sorry about that. He's having some pretty bad schizophrenic episode. I was like, oh, shit, your brother's schizophrenic. He's like, yeah, like, we're going to, send him to get some treatment. The pills aren't really working. And yo, real shit, bro. One of the, because I was cool with, like, his brother and his friends, right?
Yeah.
One of their friends told me, dude, like, when they sent him off, finally.
Yeah.
He fucking cornered his mom and was trying to rape her. Yeah, in the fucking house. That's what ultimately was the last straw. They're like, all right, we're sending him off.
How old was he?
He was like 17, 18.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude. I feel so bad for the mom.
Yeah, I mean, dude, but the mom wasn't all there either. She was like, she had a lot of weird things too.
Oh, shit.
So that's what I'm saying, man. Like,
you don't know about these people's life stories, man. Like, it's kind of wild.
Yeah, man. It's fucking like we're talking about, they have no connection to reality. They're living in this alternate world where stories and characters are made up in their head. They're hearing these voices and shit, but that's real to them. You know what? There's no way I could understand that. No possible way. Even though I am crazy and I talk to myself, not in that way. You know?
I do that too, though. People don't understand. I'm writing scripts out loud, though. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah. So, these mental issues, man, it's a serious, serious thing, and it affects people in a lot of different ways. And, unfortunately, sometimes people who are in the limelight, who are talented, who are beloved, do these fucked up things, right? And again, it's not to excuse the behavior, but at least there's some sort of understanding to why this person did what they did, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's something that's beyond our understanding. And bottom line is they need some fucking help. They need some treatment, you know?
Yeah.
But conversely, it's also fucking great when people you love, like Mr. Rogers, everybody confirms what you thought he was.
Man, I was so disappointed though
What?
when I found out there was this rumor going about him that he was a military sniper.
Really?
And that's why he was wearing his long sweaters, because he was hiding his tattoos.
No,
that shit was not true.
No, come on,
I was
man.
hyped, dude. I was like, yo, Mr. Rogers was like sitting on top of a fucking sand dune going, won't you be my neighbor? Bah, bah, gret, gret. Like, I literally thought that that's what that was. And then I found out, that was just a fucking rumor. You sons of bitches. I really wanted that to be true, dude. I wanted Mr. Rogers to just be like,
that would make him more badass,
making like choo-choo train noises, and he snipe motherfuckers down, dude. Choo-choo-choo, motherfucker. Boom, boom, boom. Glack, glack, grat, grat.
But, you know, a guy like him, time and time again, man, like all the stories that come out about him, it just confirms like what you thought. You know, this wasn't just an act.
I'm gonna tell you guys a very personal story right now. When I was working at the Men's Warehouse, that's when I found out that Mr. Rogers passed away. And I didn't realize how much that dude meant to me in my childhood until he passed away. Right. So I was driving, and on the radio they announced that he passed away. And I was like, oh shit, Mr. Rogers died. And I was driving. Dude, out of nowhere I started tearing up. I was like, what the fuck? Like, why am I tearing up, dude? It's Mr. Rogers, dude. Right. And I just like started like, I wouldn't say bawling, but just tears just kept coming down, and I couldn't figure out why. And I remember I was talking to my mom, and so after that, after I stopped being, super hyper emotional, I talked to my mom. I was, you remember who Mr. Rogers is? She goes, oh, you loved Mr. Rogers. You used to watch him all the time.
Really?
And I used to watch Mr. Rogers and LeVar Burton on Reading Rainbow.
Okay, that was the shit.
That was the shit.
Butterflies in the sky. I can go twice as high.
That's how I learned how to speak English.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like my first introduction to that. And it to go even further into that, I don't know if you guys will fucking believe this or not. So I was on Facebook. And there was this clip of Mr. Rogers speaking in court to keep public television alive.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
You saw that, right?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
I saw that shit. That shit had me bawling again.
For real.
Like, I could not stop crying, dude.
Yeah.
And it was how passionate he was about children's self-esteem and their self-worth.
Right.
And when I watched that, something clicked in me super fucking hard. And it's actually something that I talk about when I travel to colleges. I joke about my self-esteem a lot. And what I mean by that is that there's a lot of people who have gone through something where I think as a youth they've had suicidal thoughts before. I can honestly say as a youth I've never had suicidal thoughts.
Wow.
Never once in my life.
Wow.
And one of the things that clicked hard is if you watch that, if you guys go and you have free time and you watch that Facebook clip of him talking. He talks about something that he says. I can't remember it verbatim right now, but it has to do along the lines with how special you are.
Yes, I do remember that.
And how important you are.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know. This was prior to me listening to that.
Right.
But what he said in that is exactly what I say when I go on these college shows.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy fucking shit. My identity and my importance in life is based off of everything I learned from this dude on this public television show. And he was expressing how important his show was and how important public television was. And I'm fucking proof of that, dude. I guarantee you, he was a huge. I mean, obviously, my family, my parents, whatever. That's there too. Not whatever, but but that was such a huge part of my life. Like, those little seeds get planted. However small or minuscule you think that it is, it gets planted.
Absolutely.
And when I heard that, it clicked hard. It made me cry even harder, dude. I was like, son of a bitch, dude. I was like, he was the dude that's planted that seed in my head. And what I say to people when I go on these college shows, when they ask me to do some motivational speaking, I always say this. There's something that everybody always says to me. And they go, hey, I want to do what you do, which is what I do. Because I want to feel important. Or I feel like I want to feel special, but I feel like I don't have anything important to say. And I always tell people the same thing. It's like, it's not the fact that you don't have anything important to say or you haven't gone through something unique. It's the fact that you don't believe it. It's based on the fact that you don't believe that you have a unique voice. From the moment that you're born to the day that you die, there will never be another you. That is a fact.
Absolutely.
That is not an opinion. It is a fucking fact.
Right.
every experience that you've had may have been similar to somebody else's, but from the moment that you're born, your existence is unique.
Right.
That is important. But it's your job to figure out what makes it special.
Yeah.
And that's what people don't do.
Yeah, yeah.
So when you have a conversation with me and you say to me, I am not special. You are fucking special. Problem is, you probably haven't taken the time to invest in yourself to figure out what makes you unique.
Right, right.
So that's your responsibility.
Yeah.
It's not that life failed you and gave you a boring ass life.
Yeah.
It was your choice to be unobserved about it.
Absolutely. And you know what I always say too, man, is when you're born into this world, the only thing promised to you is death. Nothing else. Not even family, not even friends, not a good job, not a great partner. Nothing is promised you. Everything is a fucking bonus, right?
Yeah.
But within that, if you want something, you got to work for it.
Yeah.
Don't fucking feel entitled to it.
Yeah.
Work for it and earn that shit, right?
Yeah.
But do it with realistic expectations.
Yeah.
You know, don't think because I'm going to fucking work hard, I should be a fucking millionaire.
Yeah.
No. Work hard to see results, right?
Yeah.
If you see results, that's what you get. That's the labor of your hard work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But just because it's not in line with these false expectations you set for yourself that maybe stems from entitlement, that maybe stems from delusion, I don't know. But don't be disappointed because you're setting yourself up for disappointment then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And a guy like Mr. Rogers, man, I feel like when somebody just has this unadulterated, pure type of love and passion for what it is they do and say.
For education and children,
Yes,
dude.
yes. To make the world a better place for the future.
Dude, he is anti R.Kelly, dude. You know what I mean?
The most opposite R.Kelly you could possibly be.
He touched children in a different way.
Exactly.
You know
In
what
the
I mean?
most beautiful way.
That's right,
Yeah.
dude. He is anti-baby toucher, dude.
There you go.
He's
It
the
all
baby
comes
spirit
together.
toucher, dude.
All comes together.
It all comes together, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, I didn't realize that, dude. Mr. Rogers, also an R.Kelly.
Right.
Robert Kelly.
Yeah.
Mr. Rogers.
Yeah.
Dude,
Wow.
if we wrote a Bible right now, Satan would be Mr. No.
Whoa.
Hold on.
Slow your roll.
Back the fuck up.
Back the fuck up.
That would be R. Kelly.
Yeah.
And then Jesus
right.
is Mr. Rogers.
Yes. Let's start on that book tonight.
I'm going to write my own version of the Bible. And I'm writing that fucking book, dude.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's a fucking trip.
And his song
Yeah.
remix also had "Give Me That Choo Choo," which is a train, but Mr. Rogers had a train.
Oh shit.
Yo, man, my mind's been blown.
You're fucking dude. This is next level shit.
Yo,
right
Flat
here.
Earth is real, bro.
Yeah, he's woke right now, dude. You
Yo,
guys, whatever you're
I'm
saying.
so fucking woke.
Listen.
You don't even understand me. You're not even on my level right now, dude. Yo, that's wild. I blew my own fucking mind,
Anyway,
dude.
I know. That's like shit that happened completely randomly. We went off on a tangent.
100%, dude. I have to end the podcast right now because that
Yes,
ended perfectly,
It
dude.
cannot get better than that, man.
I'm not doing shit, dude. That's another episode of the Genius Brain podcast. Thank you guys for tuning in. I will catch you all another time. See you soon. Stay beautiful. I love you so much. Don't be an R. Kelly. Be a Mr. Rogers.
Peace, guys.
Peace.